Hello everybody, everywhere. Welcome to this ukulele tutorial of the Stereophonics brilliant track Have a Nice Day, which we covered quite a while ago now. You'll be able to copy my song sheet, which will be on the screen shortly. First, let's get all the information you need on the screen. And it will be boom, 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 boom. One strumming pattern and 5 or so chords. There's actually F sharp minor used as well in the song, and not G but G flat. We will give you alternative chords, and we will suggest what you could do instead of adding extra chords into the song. But the song sheet will be correct, as you will see very soon. It will be on the screen. You can copy from my song sheet, just pause the videos, create your own. If you don't know how to create your own song sheet, just watch my Learn Ukulele free video and you will soon be able to easily create your own song sheet and even condense it into 2 pages like we do and take a snippet in photo form. So, the information of how to create a text document we will leave in the description for you, so you can have a little practice at all the chords. The only difficult one is, of course, this is wrist swivel into B. Which is that one there. All the chords, of course, with the ukulele neck vertical. That's what the diagrams show. There's your B. There's your G. There's your A. Top 2. E minor 7, we're using, instead of the worst ukulele chord in history, which is E, which is this one here. First finger on the top, second finger on the bottom, on the 2nd fret, and then the 3rd finger, but it is only slightly. I mean, let's listen to the 2 versions. This is the actual E chord sound. E minor 7. What about E7? E7 is probably closer. We should maybe use that one. Yeah, E7, which is this one here. First finger on the top G string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret C string, and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret A string at the bottom there. That is your E7, and I would suggest that's probably the best chord to use instead of E. So try and remember that, and we will now get on with the song. So let's get all this information off the screen. Boom, 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 boom. There we have it. I will pop up in the top corner. My song sheet will be down there for you, and we will soon learn this fabulous, fabulous song. So, as usual, in the top corner, start with intro in block capitals on our song sheet, and then we've got B, E, B, E, full strum pattern in each chord. So we'll go B, E7, B, E7. It's quite a hard one, E7 to B, the swivel of the wrist. So sometimes we just cheat again and use half a B, which is the bottom 2 strings on the ukulele there on the 2nd fret, E string and A string. We call it half a B chord because it's half of it, 2 strings, not 4. The other 2 fingers will pop up somewhere during the chord, or maybe not even at all, and just stick with a half a B chord. Not much difference. The full B chord is slightly duller. Half a B chord is a little bit more vibrant. So, what you could do, we think we actually can't remember, to be honest. We cannot remember what we did in the cover. You will have to go and have a look. We think that you could do B, B, E, E, B, B, E, E. That's 2 full strum patterns of each chord for the intro, and throw in the little intro. San Francisco Bay, past Pier 39, early PM, can't remember what time. Got the waiting cab, stopped at the red light, undressed unsure of, but it turned out just right. Notice that extra bit of an instrumental after verse 1, and we were just about to kick into verse 2 there. That is the full verse 1, sung in full. So you could do the 2 B's, 2 E's, 2 B's, 2 E's, so just add an extra one of each in there, and you can do the ba-da, ba-da if you want to do that, or you could just go B, E, B, E, and then San Francisco Bay, and start singing. But of course, for the first 4 lines, the whole of the first verse, we have each chord above no lyrics in the space, because on each line of each of the sentences, the first strum happens before the singing does, so you will not start singing on each line until the second strum, and it goes San Francisco Bay, past Pier 39. That's how it works. There is 2 full strum patterns in each chord on each line of the first verse. That is the first verse learned, but like I said, a couple of extra, I think 4, before you jump into B for the start of the second verse. It started straight off, coming here is hell. That's his first words. We asked what he meant. He said where you're from. We told him all that. When you take a holiday, is this what you want? 3, 4, have a nice day. Boom, boom. Yeah. Halfway through the 4th strum of E, at the end of that verse, you will start singing, so have a nice, and then you will begin full strum pattern in B on the chorus on day. And of course, the chorus is, so have a nice day, times 2. We have wrote at the end of our highlighted chorus there in yellow, times 2 for that reason. Help to fit it and condense it onto our 2-page song sheet. So, what else do you need to know about the second verse? That second verse is, we have the A and the last line there, again above no lyrics in the space. Same thing as all the other lines, is because one strum happens before you start singing on the second down. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? In E. First 2 verses learned, absolutely brilliant. I hope you're pausing it, creating your own song sheet, and of course, Learn Ukulele Free video is in the description if you want to get a link to that and learn how to create your own text document. Very, very simple. No need for downloads or subscriptions. Just create your own song sheets like we do for every song we learn. And of course, every song I learn, you learn too. So you can copy every song we learn and have them in your armour as well. Third verse is in B before we start singing. That is why it is in the space above no lyrics, right at the start of the verse there. And again, that's why we have the B slightly before the lyrics start. And it will be lie around all day, have a drink or chase. Before we jump into E for the second line, same thing. strum. Yourself a tourist, yeah, that's what I hate. Third line, back to half a B, which is what we're using. Sometimes we do the full B, but we're going to use the more vibrant half a B, like we did I think in the cover. One strum again. He said we're going wrong, we've all become the same. We haven't put a B above we've all become the same because we only put a chord change where there is a chord change. We know we'll just stay in B before we go on to the last line of the third verse. One strum happens, that's why the E is in the space above no lyrics, and it goes, we dress the same ways, yeah, only your accents change. So have a nice. See how that worked? The 4 strum patterns in E at the end of the verse. Halfway through the fourth one, we begin singing. So have a nice for the chorus, which is there in block capitals highlighted in yellow to show we'll go back to the chorus. So after the chorus we will jump into a solo, and we've got G flat. Of course G flat is, you've not been told G flat of course at the start of the video. You were told G, that's G, and this is G flat. It is a little bit duller, but it's a solo, so I don't think it really needs to be correct. So if you find G flat difficult, well, G flat is just the same as G7, which is this one. First finger on the E string on the first fret, second finger on the C string on the second fret, and third finger on the A string also on the second fret. That's your G7. And to make G flat, all you do is put your pinky on the G string on the third fret. G7. Very different to G flat actually, G7, so you probably wouldn't get away with it. But you could for the solo just go G, E7. We've got F sharp minor there on the solo, it's on the song sheet, but we didn't use it. But you could just go G, E, G, E, G, B, E. You don't have to use F sharp minor or G flat, just go G, G7, G, E7, G, B or half a B, then E7, and then we have a bold underlined E on the song sheet, which of course on all of my ukulele tutorials and song sheets signifies a 1 strum E or 1 strum E7 or 1 strum E minor 7, whatever is your go-to chord that you want to play for this song. If you can nail the E, which is the worst ukulele chord in history, the alternative, that one's probably the best one. Actually, that one, that version of E, if you can avoid the twang and then very similar finger position to jump into B, B to E, B to E actually. But we still don't like it because of the twanging sound. Hear that? Can't get the little pinky to press on that C, on that E string very well. Because then you get that on the A string if you do. We will stick to E7. a beautiful sound, or E minor 7. I think we used E minor 7 in the cover. So after the solo we have an instrumental, which is B, E, B, E again, but you could do the same thing, I guess, and do 2 B's, 2 E's, 2 B's, 2 E's, and go ba 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 ba. Swim the ocean, that be my dish. Drive around all day, kill processed fish. I'll be money gum, no artists anymore. We're only in it now to make a more. So have a nice day, have a nice day. Back into the chorus. So that is of course the third verse. You just heard me sing it, same thing. Swim the ocean. One strum happens before each line, including the A on the bottom line there. We've put it above the ellipsis in the space above no lyrics to signify that first strum happens before the singing does. And then after the third verse you have chorus, and then you have chorus fade. And that is the song completely learned. Hope you are going to enjoy playing and practicing this brilliant song, and hope you've enjoyed learning it with me. One of those will be appreciated if you have. And of course there is plenty more still to come on this channel for summer. We've got another couple of covers coming up, and there will be hopefully a couple of teachers too. But that's it from me for now. Till next time, see you later.